All-Pro defensive end, the acting legend, the one and only Mr. Fred Dreyer. I'm Michael Horn, along with producers Corey Marino and Jeremy Dayton. But the real star of our show is Fred Dreyer. Fred, how you doing this week after the big Super Bowl
Mike,
weekend?
I was about to ask you too. You know, you're circling, I think, and you'll be here out of that corner there. You'll come shooting out of that corner up there above Corey's head. But everything's fine on my end. I hope you guys welcome to another great broadcast, Corey, and what's your name over there?
Sure, it's right up there on the board.
JD, Jeremy Dayton, and I'm Mike. That was Mike Horn over here.
And but everything is fine.
Mr. Baltimore.
And we're great. Another football season is over.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over.
Mixed doubles U.S.
Just like that. It just came and it went.
Can I say real quick? Mixed doubles U.S. won curling.
Again.
Well, no, sorry, silver. They took the silver. They lost on a heartbreaker, but the first ever in mixed doubles for the U.S.
Yeah.
Curling. We were talking about curling
doubles
last
and
time.
curling, is that right?
Yeah, curling. It's
The
good.
men started today.
So it's called mixed doubles in curling. Is that right?
It is. It's
Curling?
one. Yeah. Are you making a joke there?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
No, I'm just wondering what's going on.
It's mixed doubles. Normally,
we tape this show here during the week with you giving out the scores. By the time it airs on the weekend, they're going to say,
this happened. This was yesterday.
In the middle of the week. Because we do this show. Don't do yesterday today. You know, you got to kind of.
They're going to be a story for the rest of the Olympics.
We got to recap things.
This is in the past. They've been talking about this for 2 weeks.
Past is prologue.
It's a silver medal.
If it's curling, I'm interested. Did we win in curling?
We came in second. We took the silver, which was still a big deal for the U.S.
Yeah. And they were both named Corey, right?
Yeah.
Is why we stink in curling.
It was a female Corey and a
with Fred.
male Corey.
I thoroughly believe that we have a good curling team.
Totally confused.
It's exciting, actually, mixed. It's like more aggressive playmaking. It's like it's not easy.
We need Bull Dyke.
Take a break and digest what we just heard. Let's digest what you just heard with some Raisin Bran. We'll be right back.
Progressive knows RV owners like to travel at a nice, relaxing pace. Just like this commercial. They're not rushing to a departure gate at the airport because they depart from their driveway. And they can relax even more knowing they're protected by Progressive. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
What's better than a great conversation? How about a great conversation paired with unforgettable cheese? At Harmony Cheese, we don't just bake cheese, we craft moments. Wisconsin-made, rich, creamy, bursting with flavor. Our cheeses turn any gathering into a celebration. Whether it's our fan-favorite cheddar or our bold new 6-pepper cheese, every bite is a harmony of taste and tradition. And now, CRN Talk listeners get an exclusive treat, 10% off your first order at harmonycheese.com with the code CRNTalk. That's CRN Talk. Don't wait. Stock your fridge. Impress your friends. Just treat yourself. Our new gift boxes are the perfect way to say I care without saying a word. Wrapped, ready, and guaranteed to wow. HarmonyCheese.com. Taste the conversation. Share the love. That's HarmonyCheese.com. Say CRN Talk.
Hi, everyone. Super Bowl champ Vernon Davis here from Legal Help Center. If you've been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, listen up, because we have legal professionals standing by right now to answer your questions for free. You can find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. The call is free, the consultation is free, and you can speak with a live agent right now. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident of any kind, call now to find out if you have a case and how much you could potentially get.
Thanks, Vernon. You heard it, folks. If you've been injured, call and find out how much you qualify for. Call 800-340-5200. That's 800-340-5200. 800-340-5200. Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states. Not available in California.
The most
compelling a cappella group on stage, live, presented by the Showroom at South Point. You'll be amazed by the incredible sound of Mosaic. February 27th to March 1st. Tickets to the box office online at southpointcasino.com or charged by phone 702-797-8055. Mosaic, an a cappella experience at the South Point.
Welcome back to the one and only Fred Dreyer Radio Show, the all-pro defensive end, the acting legend. Fred Dreyer with you every week at this time on radio stations across the country. Don't forget, we do a podcast here right after the show is done. You can find it at a podcast platform of your choice. All major podcast platforms carry the show. Just go to Spotify, YouTube, go to Apple, wherever you go, and search the Fred Dreyer Show. Put the Fred Dreyer Show there in the search bar. It'll come right up. Better yet, on your smartphone, dial this number. It's a phone number, pound, the pound symbol, and then 250, and hit send on your smartphone, pound 250. The call will be answered. They'll ask you what's the keyword. You say, find my podcast. They'll ask you which one. You say the Fred Dreyer Show. You can listen to this episode over and over and over again until the test coming up on Friday.
Ad nauseum, yes.
Yeah, it's ad nauseum. Good. So, yeah, we had the Super Bowl. We're going to recap that for in a second. But
All right.
just touch a note here on, and we're going to get into the Olympics. Are you watching the Olympics, Fred Dreyer?
I'm not. No, I'm
Not a bit?
Not in the least.
Oh, man.
I watched the highlights of our young lady who blew out her knee twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got 2 blown knees now.
She's had her third surgery.
Third surgery.
She'll need another surgery anyway, they say.
She third surgery from this most recent injury.
Yeah.
Is that right,
Yeah, her
JD?
her third
Yeah.
in like 3 days. It's
Unbelievable.
crazy. 4 days.
Yeah, she's got a good spirit, but boy, that's not whoever advised her. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, blown knee. Go ahead down. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
That was
It's,
the
The
last
Olympics.
chance.
Yeah, last chance to get there. You know who we should get her in touch with is your friend and mine, Fred,
Dr. Sheps,
Dr. Clapper.
Dr. Clapper,
And Dr. Sheps, but Dr. Clapper for the surgery stuff. I mean, come on.
Well, there's a million doctors out there. I'm sure she's probably loyal to the snow pack doctors that hang with the teams that
Yes.
rotate. They're right there on the spot
Tell her.
to dissect what has been going on.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, I think the Clapper could maybe help her out of it. He's got a new, from what I understand, there's a new procedure for shoulder surgery where they don't have to cut the muscles and things. They just go in there and kind of slide some stuff in there
Yeah.
and glue it back up or whatever you do, and you're ready to rock with the thing right away. So there's a lot of new amazing things over there. Medicine is pretty incredible.
Would you like to see an operation?
No.
No.
No, I don't think, although it doesn't bother me as much as I thought it used to. I watched the birth of my daughter, and I thought, everybody said, well, it's going to pass out or whatever. And so my daughter was born by C-section, and they put this curtain up between my wife's head and her body there where they made the incision, and I was sitting on the head side of the curtain, and I decided if I don't look over and see what's going on, I'm going to kick myself for the rest of the day. And I got up there, and they were trying to replace my daughter with a different kid, and I said, stop that. I want that kid there, Jennifer. And I'm glad I was able to, save the day over there. And it was an amazingly clean surgery. I thought I'd see blood all over the place, and stuff like that. And Jennifer probably had a sandwich she didn't like inside the body and was, having a reaction to it. Everything was neat and it was clean and it was great.
Well, there you have it.
Wow.
And that was some 900 years ago, because I'm like an old man now.
Oh, Jen loves to hear that.
Yeah, she's only
On her
21.
birthday.
She's 21. So what can I tell you?
She's 900.
Did you watch were you there for the birth of your daughter, Fred?
Yes, I was. She was born April 12th, 19.
Oh, careful.
What'd you say?
Careful.
19
something. That's all you got to say.
19 something.
19
Yeah.
something. That's good. Very good. That's very good. Very good.
But I was downtown shooting the Hunter pilot, and the production assistant came by and said, "Hey, you better get over to Cedars. Your wife's in labor." So I've gotten the
You
old,
had your wife working right up until the birth of the baby. I understand.
Yeah.
Your wife was really in labor. She
she
swept
kept
the
saying
floors
she
there,
kept
as I
saying
recall.
she wanted to take a break. I kept saying, "What are you talking about?
Sweep the floor.
We're on the clock. Let's go."
Exactly.
Wow.
So it was.
During the-
And I was doing a newscast for KRLA radio, and I heard that some kind of water or something broke. And so I got out of there quick, signed off the newscast, and kind of left everybody hanging. Didn't even get to the sports.
So did you burn any expensive airtime?
No, I was, they had somebody ready to back up. And
Very good.
I got to the hospital before anybody else did. I was just sitting there waiting, ready to go. Always prepped and ready to go. You know me, I'm always early for everything.
Oh, Mike, we all know that here. That's what we talk about most of the
Never
time.
late. Never late. I was there. So one time I was on time. That's it. So JD, you seriously, and this is just a side note here, and then we'll get into the factual part of the show. But the newly married Jeremy Dayton, apparently this marriage is working, Fred, because he's taking every minute of his time here at work to watch the Olympics because he ain't getting that chance at home. Let me tell you. Honey, you go take a trash out.
I got her watching curling too.
Oh, you did. How did you do that, JD?
Very good.
I
How
just
did
turned
you
it
do
on and said, "You need to watch.
Oh yeah.
You need to get into this." She's not watching it on her own time, but when she's with me, she doesn't mind.
Boy, that's really good.
Good. As long as you're together.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Fred and I, two of your favorite divorcees. It's too great to hang in with it. Anyway, we'll straighten you out. That's good. So, so your daughter's birthday's coming up in April. That's good stuff over there. And you were very proud papa, father, because dad there, Fred, because
Yes.
I just saw videos of you taking her around and showcasing her at different places. You guys were really a strong bond between father-daughter. Am I right?
I carried her around L.A. until she was like about 29.
That's great. That's very good. You gotta let go a little bit earlier. That's just fine. It's fine. And making her your driver was not the way to go. But
Yeah. Well, I get her on the clock where she at least gets lunches for crying out.
exactly, it's pretty good stuff. All right. So curling is something that I do like to watch because I don't care about the guy with the shuffleboard thing. I love the people with the brooms. That is my favorite part of the whole curling. Those guys.
They can dial it in, can't they?
Phew, come to my garage. I got some work for you. Let me tell you.
Maybe that's why Kate likes it, because she likes to sweep.
Well,
No, she-
I love Elva and our cleaning staff over with the Elva Cleaning Company that we have. But let me tell you, if I had a chance to replace Elva with a couple of these curlers,
Speed curler.
Yeah.
speed curling, that would be a spick and span place. I'm telling you, those guys swoop it down one way, swoop it the next, and then like it's not clean. The next guy comes up and they're brushing it again, so it never gets dirty.
Do we know why they call it?
Chuck, Corey knows that. Bring him in. He might as well destroy the show.
Why they
along
call
with
it
us. What is it,
curling?
Corey?
Why they call it curling?
Why is it called curling?
Yeah.
Is there somebody there?
I hate guys that.
Well, they curl the rocks, like they spin them, and then they're sweeping to create friction on the ice to redirect where the rock's going.
Is that what that,
with the
is that
spin?
the sweeping does? It creates.
But
Well, yeah, it smooths it out. It makes sure it keeps it on line, and it does help it go further right if you need it to curl more or left.
Do they Zamboni in between each game?
No.
So like the
don't.
sweep marks are still there?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think halfway through they like do a coat of water. They like do something to it, but they don't use a Zamboni. Like there's been controversy over that.
well, if your Zamboni isn't in good shape, I'm afraid you're not going to be able to make lunch.
I listened to Zamboni. In fact, I think Zam took over for the newscast when my daughter was born.
Ah, yeah.
Zam, Mr. Boney, we used to call him, and very thin. And boy, he was just wham, zam, thank you, ma'am. He was like one of the guys that would really get the newscast out there.
Wow,
All right, we take a little break here. We've killed one segment already in the Fred Dryer Seinfeld.
Should have made the background a curling rink.
Yeah, well, I want to talk a little bit about the Zamboni when we come back. Got some interesting news to express here, so stay with us here. Don't forget, email Fred Dryer at crntalk.com. We'll be back on the Fred Dryer Show.
If you struggle to keep up with conversations, if you have trouble hearing the TV or radio or in restaurants, Audien Hearing Aids wants you to hear better, because when you hear better, you're going to feel better. There are over 500,000 very happy Audien Hearing Aid customers. They're happy because they now live a better life. They live a better life because they hear better. And they hear better because they purchased a full pair of Audien Adam 2s for only $189. Audien was rated in the best OTC hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today. You trust USA Today, so you can trust Audien. The Adam 2 is so tiny, nearly invisible, but they've got great sound quality. And did we mention only $189 for a full pair? Shipping is free, and you get a 45-day money-back guarantee. So easy to order. Call Audien. Call 1-800-713-8607. 1-800-713-8607. 1-800-713-8607.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 800-785-9618. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-785-9618 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 800-785-9618 right now to schedule your tax-deductible vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-785-9618 now.
Are you annoyed, angry, or maybe there's another word you want to use about where your tax dollars are going? Let's face it, the government does a terrible job of managing money, especially when it's yours and mine. Tax dollars are being wasted, and all the government does is have their hand out for more. So what do? They send you, the tax-paying American or business owner, a letter saying you underpaid your taxes, and you owe us a lot more. Don't laugh and don't cry. Call the Tax Resources Network now. Their trained experts can help negotiate between you and the IRS and take all the stress off your back. And if you're lucky, save you a boatload of tax money. So before you think about calling the IRS, if you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes or you haven't filed in a while, call us right now.
888-816-7701. 888-816-7701. 888-816-7701. That's 888-816-7701.
Yeah, I should.
Welcome back here to the Fred Dryer Show, the all-pro defensive end, the acting legend. I'm Michael Horn with producers Corey Marino and Jeremy Dayton. And don't forget to follow Fred on Twitter, on Facebook, the real Fred Dryer.
Yes, please do.
On X, Fred_Dryer, and email him, freddryer@crntalk.com. And so we were talking about the Zamboni machine. I'm excited because I didn't realize hockey had not been part of the Winter Olympics since like 1980.
What do you mean, like pro athletes?
Yeah, that's what I think. Since the United States has not participated in hockey, and so coming up here in the last couple of weeks, or the last week or so, they're going to have hockey going, and there's an American team and the Canadian. The Canucks are the team to beat. You know, those Canadians. They think they're pretty good, and it's about time we go ahead and take them down a notch. and get some good players.
That's a
going
big loss when the Canadians don't win it.
That's their national pastime.
Yep.
It really is. Yeah.
I think the women's hockey team just beat Canada.
They did.
Yeah.
To go on to
the American women's team.
the American women's team.
Good girl. Yeah.
It's
So
good
that was
stuff.
a big upset.
Yeah, it's just they're allowing the NHL players back in for the first time.
That's
Since the 80s?
Dang. 84, I think. Something like
That's
80,
crazy.
something 80. I think 80. Look it up. We should have the facts here on
Maybe
the show.
94.
I got
We'll look
both
it
of
up.
our producers here. They'll probably get you the factoid.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, see if you can find that out. But I think it's 1980. So anyway, it should be good. I love hockey. It's great, and it's it's very good. They got the teams from all over the world performing, and it's going to be good stuff.
What got you started on hockey? I mean, you're a Southern California boy.
since 2014.
They got to be
It was since 20. Yeah.
So they had the hockey in 2014.
Yeah, like pro players. Yeah.
Pro
So
players.
this will be the
right,
first
so-
time since 2014.
There you go. Oh, okay. So I stand corrected. It's not such a big deal, but I'm going to be excited and watch it. Bob Miller got me into it, Fred. I love Bob Miller,
yeah,
the
Bob.
Hall of Fame announcer. I used to work with him at KFI.
Yeah, I know Bob. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. I worked at this radio station, KFI, and they went crazy. And when I was there, and they called themselves the sports capital of Los Angeles, which was amazing because they're located in Detroit. No, they're located in L.A. And they used to get all the games. They had L.A. Dodger baseball. They had I don't know if they had Rams football, but they had SC football. They had Laker basketball. They had Los Angeles Kings hockey. They had just about everything. And there was one day where they, and you'd have the first right of refusal, whoever had the deal. This Dodger game would be live, followed by maybe a tape delay of the Lakers, followed by, a USC basketball or something game, and then the hockey team would come on. And Bob Miller's hockey teams, sometimes the LA Kings would come on at 1 or 2 in the morning on a replay. But they were the sports capital of Los Angeles. And so I worked with
I was going to say he was here for a long time, and he recently retired, didn't he?
Yeah, he retired a few years back. One of the greats, man.
Yeah, he was really good.
And if you get into it, and I'm a huge baseball fan, for a while I didn't watch baseball because hockey, you forget they're on skates. It's such a fast game. You're watching them pass and everything, and you got to realize, whoa, these guys are pretty talented because they're skating on top of their prowess to get the passing down and to score the goal past the goalie there. That goalie sits there. I'd hate to stand in front of that guy, man. He'd bat you. You're a fly, man. Those goalies can kill flies with one swat. They're that quick.
Yeah.
They have that eye contact coordination.
Yeah, they do that really well. They're probably, the national games are hockey players from Canada. They really have a love for and appreciation and a sportsmanship for the game.
It's a good organization, that L.A. Kings. I think Luc Robitaille is still the president. I love Luc Robitaille as a player and its management. He's a good guy, and the Kings really put a good team on the ice. So here's the deal: when the Olympics are going to take some of the players away from some of the better teams, because the United States wants to have a good team. Chance for the Kings to go ahead and maybe go up against some of these big bad teams and maybe take a few victories.
And let me ask you, if the National Hockey League is allowing their players to play for their countries, that's a pretty tough blow to have an American hockey team have a real chance against an all Canadian All-Star game.
Yeah,
isn't that what they're doing?
No, they have like a Canadian team, but they get the Canadian players from the National Hockey League. Some teams allow them to go, some people do not. I don't know if the LA Kings have allowed anybody to, or anybody was selected from the Kings to play on the Olympics. I don't think they have. But,
Well, I would think that the hockey players, the Canadian hockey players playing for American teams, when the time comes, they slide over and play for Canada.
They go to Canada just like that. Don't even think about it. They're getting paid this huge contract, and they just leave and go there to cross the border, just slide right in to the Canuck team. So
that's a conflict of skating.
That's an interesting factor. I mean, that never happens because basketball in the Summer Olympics always in the summer. Football is going to be flag, and that'll obviously not be during the season. It might conflict with training camp.
I can't wait for flag football.
But yeah, right in the heart of the season to have this Olympics, that's interesting.
Yeah,
it's a conundrum for team owners.
Really.
Yeah.
Truly.
So how did the Super Bowl shake up for you, Fred? We got to do your recap here.
Well, listen, as most of our fans know, I was very staunch in my support of Seattle to win it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't win it, and it came out my way in terms of rooting for a team that I thought was really stacked. And when you get to see
they played well too.
When you get to see the game unfold, you see the truth of the fact of how good Seattle was and how good they're going to be for the next couple of years.
Corey put together the show along with JD, and he talked about some of the things that take away from the entire season here this year in the NFL, where defense came back and made the show. Well, I used to go ahead and handicap games with a radio DJ named Johnny Hayes. We'd pick the games, and we'd always go for the team that had the better defense. Well, that seemed to be the way here. Seattle had a great defense. They had Drake May guessing. The guy didn't know which way to go or move because the coach there on Seattle would McDonald. Is it Mike McDonald? Is he the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He would change things around and confuse them, and so. They didn't adjust well to it, and so thus Seattle walked all over it. And Sam Darnold, I mean, he didn't have a super outstanding game, but he had once again 0 turnovers. There's some kind of he's had a few interceptions. Am I right, Corey? This guy Sam Darnold, he's pretty darn accurate.
Yeah, one of the craziest stats about the whole season was that the Seahawks were second in the NFL in turnovers throughout the whole year, and Sam Darnold had the second most interceptions. And they went throughout the whole playoffs and the Super Bowl. The whole team went out without any turnovers.
Unbelievable.
For 3 games, they didn't get any turnovers. So that was quite amazing. And as we know, turnovers are the name of the game when it comes to chances of winning and losing.
And they had that guy Cooper Kupp, former Ram.
Yeah, he did pretty well. He got like 60 yards, and then all these stories are coming about now that he not only is a great wide receiver, but he is also a coach there on the field.
Yeah.
And he was in a recording today or on Tuesday or on Wednesday saying that on the touchdown that A.J. Barner caught, they were in the wrong positions because JSN was out in getting his head checked by the commission, and so
the blue
tent, when he was in there, they ended up lining up wrong, and he had to change his route mid-route when he was learning that they were in the wrong position, and that allowed A.J. Barner to be wide open in the back of the end zone. It's just he was
open.
He didn't make the catch. He didn't have the yards, but because of what he did in that time, he changed the game in a very cerebral way.
Yeah, cerebral.
Well, all those guys that, as the year gets more finite, to where the good teams are there's very little separation between the good teams. You've got a Super Bowl this year where you've got teams that for the most part, I don't think that the fan base really understood how good Seattle was.
Yeah. Well, that was also because they were fighting with the Rams all year, so they were either like right below them or right next to them, and so everybody was all up on the Rams, and the San Francisco 49ers were injured, but they were still making waves, and they kind of just went under the radar, played great ball the whole year, ended up with the number 1 seed because they beat the Rams and the 49ers back at the end of the season, and then took that momentum and just kept plowing people with that defense.
Yeah, Darnold had a good game plan to work with. The coaches really trusted in him to pull off what was necessary, and that is control the ball, don't turn it over, don't make mistakes in a game like this, because that could hurt you.
And he was bold in the early going. Patriots defense, they were flying and right on the receivers. He almost had picks, but he was on.
Cooper Kupp, I'm telling you, the Rams probably could have won and gotten in the Super Bowl, but Cooper Kupp tipped the hand of some of those plays from Sean McVay, I think, and Seattle was able to overcome that and get in there. All right, we'll take a break, come back with more. It's the Fred Dryer Show. Email Fred Dryer, D-R-Y-E-R, Fred Dryer at crntalk.com.
Most people in radio commercials talk really fast. But we made this one for RV owners. Progressive knows they like the slower pace of RV life, like this commercial. And they know Progressive will protect their RV at a fair price with discounts. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
What's better than a great conversation? How about a great conversation paired with unforgettable cheese? At Harmony Cheese, we don't just bake cheese, we craft moments. Wisconsin-made, rich, creamy, bursting with flavor. Our cheeses turn any gathering into a celebration. Whether it's our fan favorite cheddar or our bold new 6-pepper cheese, every bite is a harmony of taste and tradition. And now, CRN Talk listeners get an exclusive treat, 10% off your first order at harmonycheese.com with the code CRN Talk. That's CRN Talk. Don't wait. Stock your fridge. Impress your friends. Just treat yourself. Our new gift boxes are the perfect way to say I care without saying a word. Wrapped, ready, and guaranteed to wow. HarmonyCheese.com. Taste the conversation, share the love. That's HarmonyCheese.com. Say CRN Talk. Come visit a relaxed, family-friendly restaurant for American Eats, an on-site bakery, and comfortable atmosphere. It's the Hill Street Cafe in Burbank, California at 3301 North Glen Oaks Boulevard. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Sunday through Wednesday and 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Thursday through Saturday. Enjoy all-day breakfast from eggs, omelets, breakfast bowls, biscuits, pancakes, waffles, burritos, and more. At lunch and dinner, devour burgers, sandwiches, salads, wraps, tostadas, fajitas, enchiladas, quesadillas, chicken, pork, steaks, turkey, fish and chips, and pastas to adore. And ask about our daily specials and senior dinners too, plus our beer and wine bar. You can also order online with delivery too. It's all at the Hill Street Cafe. Call 818-845-0046 or go to hillstreetcafeonline.com. That's hillstreetcafeonline.com. Welcome back to the Fred Dryer Show. I'm Michael Horn with producer Corey Marino and Jeremy Dayton, the one and only star of our show, the all-pro defensive end for the Los Angeles Rams, New York Giants. Breath of air when he was at the New England Patriots, and the acting legend here, the one and only Fred Dryer here. We got this show going on. So let me ask you this question, Fred, and we'll start with Corey first to give us the background on this. I'm not a real betting guy. I'll try to handicap games for fun. But there's a story out that the Patriots cheated the betting fans that Drake May was playing through a shoulder injury. To give us the background here.
Yeah, so after the game, Drake May came out and said that before the game he got a shot in his shoulder to deal with pain and get some mobility. And a lot of people were upset, and some of the big heads on Fox and ESPN and whatnot were saying that that the NFL should step in and that Patriots were cheating again because people didn't have enough information to bet on and all that. But the thing I have to say about that is I'm not into crazy betting like that either.
Yeah.
But I knew he had an injury. Right after the Bronco game, everybody knew. So did everybody. They said it wouldn't be a problem, and then 2 weeks went by, and everybody forgot about it. It's not their fault that you had. And they were saying he wasn't on the injury report, but you don't have to put him on the injury report if he practices fully. And he did every play in practice perfectly. So they didn't put it on the injury report, and everybody forgot. So if they forgot, that's on them.
Same thing happened with Lamar Jackson this year, and people were saying we should lose a draft pick. It's stupid.
All these prop bets and everything like that. I was in Vegas one time, and I went up there to the betting window over there, and I was ready to bet on the Rams or what. I don't know. I think it was a horse race. I was ready to bet on a certain combination of the race, and this guy comes up. He's dressed to the nines. He had like a suit on and a tie, and he opens up this briefcase, and he's got tons of cash sitting there in this briefcase over there, and he says, "I'm gonna." Go ahead and pick the number 10 horse over there, which was like, I don't know, 100 or 90 something to 1 to kind of win or whatever. And I thought, what does this guy know? He looks like he's an expert bettor, and he goes, what's going on? So I said, hey, hold on a second. I want to change my bet to horse number 9 over there. And so I went ahead and changed it over there, and then they ran the race, and of course the horse failed to come in, and I went up to the window. I said, what's going on over there? The guy, he's betting. He looks like he's a professional bettor, knows what he's doing. The guy behind the counter says, "Oh, that's old long shot Louie. He comes in here and does that all the time." Thank you, Norman.
Long shot Louie.
That's Norm Macdonald's joke. Thank you. I could tell other ones, but you couldn't get them out on the air. All right, so betting, I don't know. You run the risk. You're going to bet. You're going to live with the evil of the betting over there and lose your money. You got to be careful about that stuff. Yeah. Did you go to any kind of Super Bowl party, Fred, where they had those squares that you got to put money in to go ahead and win some dollars back?
No.
Yeah, neither did I. JD?
That's the first year I hadn't been in one in probably 20 years.
Me too.
Yeah, same. I wasn't in any squares. I won the last 2 years in a row, and a couple of have been, but I didn't. For some reason, I didn't do it.
Should have made the thing up for the CRN staff. I could have changed the numbers around. Made a few bucks. So anyway, I don't think there's going to be any kind of a lawsuit. That stuff is forget it. And
you know the story when the Ravens won their first Super Bowl. I won a trip to the Pro Bowl in Hawaii via a Super Bowl square on the radio. It was local sports radio out here. I called in because they were trashing Trent Dilfer and Ray Lewis, and then I called in, and then he said, "Hey, pick a number between 1 and 100. We're going to let you get in our block pool." And I picked 52 for Ray Lewis. They called me up live on the radio that next weekend after the Super Bowl, we won 34-7, and said, "Hey, you ready to go to Hawaii?" I was like, "Yeah." That was when the Pro Bowl was still worth watching.
Yeah,
they all from a block pool.
What year was that?
2002.
Ooh.
I sat next to Warren Sapp's mom.
That's cool.
Yeah, way back when. But that was fun. I was excited. I didn't know I won. I was actually bummed because I had a $20 pool at the bar I was working at the time. And when we kicked the field goal at the end, it took it off my numbers, gave it to my GM's numbers. I was like, man, he don't need the money. But then I found out 2 days later that it actually worked in my favor. Yep.
Something else. Now, Mike Vrabel has had a problem here, and this could have been leading to the demise of the Patriots because apparently, Fred, I'd like to know if you had any of these problems when you played with the Rams or with the Giants. The Patriots, the culture of the team helped them to the Super Bowl. Apparently, Mike noticed that he issued a threat during training camp. This was at the beginning of the season, and this warning surfaced in response. tickets to players who were leaving dirty washcloths on the locker room floors. And there was a bin to retrieve the clean washcloths in one area, and right next to it a bin to put the dirty ones. And not every Patriots player was availing himself to do the second, to put the dirty washcloths away. So Mike Vrabel tells the players, he says, you got two options here. First is throw the washcloths in the dirty laundry bin, and the equipment staff would wash them and as expected, and then put them out for the next day. The second, continue leaving them on the floor, and Vrabel would instruct the staff not to wash them and instead simply return them dry, unlaundered washcloths back to the bin with the clean ones. And he says, we're going to treat you how you treat the team. Fred, what do you think of that one?
I don't think anything of it at all.
Really?
No. What am I supposed to gather out of this?
I don't know.
It's just
It's
a high school motivational move on Vrabel's part.
Yeah.
Are you saying you didn't throw your dirty clothes in the hamper, or you threw them on the floor? Is that what you're saying?
I always policed my area.
There you go.
Always.
He's trying to enforce that culture.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
And sometimes the guys just don't get it until they take somebody smelly washcloth and they go, "It smells like number 52." What's the guy's name there on Baltimore?
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis. There you go. Great player. Okay. Anyway, so there you go. I mean, it's locker room culture. I mean, come on. You got to admit, they're playing football in there. It gets kind of stinky and everything like that. And you get into the locker room and you shower down and everything over there. You want to kind of clean everything up when you walk out of there.
Dude, really?
Yeah, I've been in there doing interviews.
No locker room has ever smelled worse than, like, I remember football.
Which one?
Football locker rooms. I just remember my stuff smelling so bad after practice.
I heard hockey's pretty bad.
Yeah, they sweat a lot in that one, too. Hockey's bad because they're sweating.
A lot of equipment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Just gets trapped in there, and
you know what locker room is a good one to go to after the thing's all over? Is curling.
Yeah,
they're probably cracking beers.
They do. You know, one of the first thing I learned in curling is the winning team buys the rounds for the losing team. It's like one of those sportsmanship. So it's like, hey, we won. Well, we're gonna share. So losers win.
Spring training coming up, Fred. You and I and JD and Corey, big baseball fans. What is their promise here? It's hope springs eternal in spring training. How does it look to you? What do you think? What team's got a shot to make it?
Well, I hope the Orioles.
Well, the Dodgers. How about that?
Yeah, they look like they've helped themselves out a little bit. Now, the league, though, is going crazy. Corey, tell us this story. People are saying, hey, the Dodgers, this isn't fair. Do they still have a salary cap, Corey?
No, they don't have a salary cap. They
got rid of that?
No, I don't think baseball's ever had one, but they had a...
Well, they had a luxury tax.
They have a luxury tax, which means if you go over a certain amount, that you have to put money, like you have to pay extra money to put in, and all the other owners get a portion of that. And that's why the owners at the bottom aren't really doing anything to help their teams, is because they're getting money from the Dodgers every time they sign a player.
Exactly.
So it doesn't really matter. But a lot of people are saying that the Dodgers have too much money and they get to buy all the players.
I can't tell you how exhausting it is to try and romance ignorance like this.
Yeah.
If we all had a fruit stand out here on the street.
Yeah.
And four of the guys weren't getting any money because they said one of us is cheating because they're spending a lot of money on the best fruit and all this other stuff. When in fact it's just common sense that if you supply a bigger and better fruit for the masses, that's where people go.
That's where they go.
Yeah. I understand why they feel that way, though. It's how I felt all my life against the Yankees. They would always poach every great player, and the Orioles never had a chance.
Well,
That's
the Orioles
because
got
the
some good
Orioles
players.
chose not to.
Didn't they get?
Well, they are now. They are now. We got a new owner.
Didn't they get
Yeah,
Pete Alonso?
thank God.
They did. But in 1996, though, they had every major star and they had fans allowed to interfere with outfielders in the playoffs and not get called for it.
Wait, hold
Jeffrey
on a
Mayer.
second. What are you talking about?
You remember Jeffrey Mayer? Tarasco was back there on a Derek Jeter fly ball, and it should have been third out of the inning. We should have went
In
up
right
2-0.
field?
No, it should have went up 1-0. We ended up winning game 2. It was in right field, yeah.
Yeah.
And they called it a home run, even though it should have been a fly ball out. But the kid reached over the right field
Well,
ball.
clearly
and brought it in.
interfered.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
They did that with Mookie, too. They tried to take his arm off.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
They did. The Mookie Betts.
That was
and
a
the
foul
Dodgers.
ball, though.
Yeah, that was foul ball.
No.
So, here's the thing. Because of what I've seen here, even though the Dodgers have this huge salary, $700 million for Shohei Ohtani and everything, you don't know if these players are going to have a bad year. Look at how many Dodger pitchers went on the DL, and they were they called Fred up one day to see if he was able to pitch in one of the starting roles there for the team. They didn't have any pitching left. And so they signed all these guys, and then they all fell apart.
Well, what everybody else forgets in their own arguments when they're saying that Dodgers are ruining baseball is, two, that the Blue Jays had the number 2 in baseball, and they were in the World Series as well, the number 2 highest salary. And people forget that the Dodgers had to win the last 2 freaking games. They should have lost the World Series. So even with all that money and all that craziness, they should have lost. And even and then we're going back to back, and now we're about to go for 3. But the first one, they won with starting pitchers of Yamamoto and Flaherty, and then bullpen games against the Yankees.
Those bullpen games make me crazy.
All that money, more pressure.
That's what I'm saying. But
a lot of pressure.
The first year we had all the people,
Freddie
they were
Freeman.
hurt and weren't doing well. Like, Ohtani wasn't playing well in the first World Series.
Freddie Freeman saved him.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's just...
it's going to happen the same way this year.
And the thing is, like, Kyle Tucker, one of the people they're complaining about, he got offered more money from different teams, and he's like, I want to go live in L.A. and win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, the money didn't matter that time.
No, I understand why the sentiment is that way, but
No, I get it.
Can't
But
hate
the
it.
average guy who's paying $35 for a bleacher seat, it can't figure it out.
Yeah.
I like to sit
$35. You can't get a ticket for maybe at Dodger Stadium upper deck, maybe. Not many stadiums.
Roki Sasaki, they say, is one of the Dodgers' biggest X factors. He could be in the starter. Will he be in the bullpen? Is he going to be healthy enough to go? And they say he is healthy, so we'll see what happens.
Well,
it's
he's a one-note Charlie, you know.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that has his own opinion about his gift and his talent, and he's not wrong. But he has to reach out and accept some help from the Dodgers staff because he's on the Dodgers now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun to see if Brusdar Graterol
That's the guy I'm looking to see.
gets off the bus this
Brewster
year.
Gatterall, the Gatlin gun, man. That guy can really bring it. If he's healthy after that surgery, the bullpen needed help with the Dodgers. And they got, who'd they get? Edwin Diaz, didn't they? To help him
from
out?
the Mets to be the closer.
Hope he doesn't stiff on us this year.
Yeah, well, there it is, yeah.
Oops, there it is.
What was it last year, a year before, the Dodgers went out to check on their pitchers, and 5 of them were in the tank.
We'll be back in the tank. Stay with us.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-561-6320 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-561-6320 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-561-6320 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
The
you love going on a cruise, or have you always dreamt on going on the cruise vacation of your life? With dozens of cruise companies, who do you call to find the right vacation and deal for you? Now you can make one phone call and shop all the best deals on every single cruise line in the world. You can't get that by calling one cruise line. We have them all, with experts that know the ins and outs of every cruise ship and can tell you the best cruise for your vacation needs. Our cruise packages start at $149. Plus, we offer free internet, free guest packages, and cash back deals. So now is your chance to book the cruise of your lifetime. Call the cruise hotline right now and shop every single cruise line in the world. Here's the number. 800-514-9170. 800-514-9170. 800-514-9170. That's 800-514-9170.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people without destroying your credit. They can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-510-1592. 800-510-1592. 800-510-1592.
Consolidated Credit Solutions Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Kansas CSO 0019051. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 892. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, license number DC83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Actual interest rates, length of program, and monthly payment reductions will vary by consumer and creditor. Yours could be higher or lower. Not a loan company. We do not lend money.
We're back. Put a little wrap on this show. Finishing off with some baseball spring training getting underway. We're talking Dodgers here on this show, and Alex Call as maybe a possible bench position there, an internal favorite. Kike Hernandez possibly there. I'd probably go Kike on that one. And what's this Tommy Edman thing here, Fred Dreyer? Is he going to get that ankle? He had ankle surgery, am I right? So he's maybe not ready to go right away. Is that right, Corey?
Yeah, he might not be ready. They think he will be. We'll see. If not, they'll have opportunity for Kim, the guy we got from Korea last year, to play a little bit, and then Rojas as well will be filling in. But with the outfield, with getting Kyle Tucker, with the outfield being pretty solid, I think they have enough depth pieces to make the beginning of the season pretty
and
easy.
They got a starting pitcher that they may not have any room for. River Ryan. You liked him, Fred.
Fred.
River Ryan.
He's getting there.
Yeah. That's good. Could be good stuff.
Not River Phoenix.
No, it's River Ryan.
Yeah.
Mike saying you liked River Ryan last year, Fred, before he got injured?
Yeah, I didn't get to see enough of him, but they keep talking about him like he's, I guess he can put on a bunch of weight, and he's impressed a lot of people over there.
River was here on the show earlier today, and he said, all right, knock it off. Quit eating, River. Just take it easy. Go on a diet. And JD, Jeremy Dayton, who's that new shortstop on Baltimore?
Well, he's not new anymore. He's Gunnar Henderson. He had a down year last year after starting off injured, so we're hoping that he has a big bounce-back year and then gets back in the MVP race like he was his rookie year.
Baltimore should be better.
Hope so.
Corey, you're on the Dodger wagon with Fred and myself, am I right?
Yeah. We'll be fine. I think they're going to win a bunch of games, a lot of games this year. So I'm going to be excited. And then Baltimore should be good. That whole division's going to be pretty fun to watch with.
That's the thing.
Because they probably might have the hardest division in baseball at the moment.
Boston reloaded, New York reloaded, Toronto's loaded already. Tampa looks like they might be in a down year, but they're always tough.
It's the end of the show. I'll be loaded in about an hour. All right. Don't forget to email Fred Dreyer at crntalk.com. Fred Dreyer at crntalk.com. And follow him on X, Fred_Dreyer, Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dreyer. Final thoughts from you, Fred Dreyer.
Let's turn this machine off and get hammered.
Thank you, Corey.
And then sweep.
JD, Jeremy Dayton. I'm Michael Horn. We'll see you next week.
If anyone should ask, you're listening to CRN Digital Talk Radio.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Keith Peters in Washington. A shooting at a school in remote northern British Columbia left 7 people dead, while 2 more were found dead at a nearby home.